Hope it's International Mint Retrograde Day. I need to make a solar farm video this instant for the good peoples of the D2 communities. We've got Encore as the focus. It's the extra bonus focus. Let me read this quickly. Achieve grade B or higher for a chance to earn this reward. It tells you there in writing you just need a B grade at least, minimum, to get your retrograde. I'm running B plus cards. Are you happy with that, or do you want me to run an A grade card? The jury's not out on it, in my opinion, on if I get A grade card, am I going to increase my chances at a tier 5 retrograde? Yeah? Or if I run B plus cards, the chance is going to be less for the tier 5 retrograde. What I will tell you is tonight, though, I got plenty of tier 4 retrogrades in this, on running B plus cards. You need a quick farm on this, especially for people that are lacking a good roll on retrograde, and I'll cover that as well. This can be found on any character, by the way, but I am doing it on Warlock because I was on Warlock today building out some prismatic stuff. So I happen to just continue that on Warlock. The farm is as follows, and you want to get some good mods on and get a good card going for farmable purposes. You don't want to make the card too difficult. Make this card difficult, you're cranking the solo difficulty up to 30-25 minutes. You want that solo to go right all the way down to 15 minutes at the very least. Or farming a team, of course, always. But the solo farm on it, of course. So Banes and mods, I'm running Freddy and Front Shirley Banes because they get melted by my build anyways. They get one shot. Difficult Void Frex, it's an easy mod to counter. And Hot Step because this mod does not seem to do anything in the game and adds extra challenge multiplier. I'm running nothing on this column and I am running 2 green mods. Brawler is up today, and Strand Surge. Brawler gives enhanced melee damage, so you can make a melee build around it, and then Strand Surge is very good for this run as well. You can farm this on Titan, Warlock, Hunter. If you want to do it on Titan, I recommend Strand Titan. I've done this in the past on Strand Titan with Wishful Ignorance. Or do a Hunter run on either Arc Hunter on the melee build or Prismatic Hunter. I'll maybe make videos on those 2 classes tomorrow, but you've got to remember is this farm's only limited to 24 hours, and this comes to the next piece of feedback. This extra bonus focus thing is no good for 24 hours. This should be 48 hours at the minimum. You know, having the portal like this so crazy means that if I make a video at the back end of a reset, say there's 6 hours to the next reset, people can't get on quick enough to damn farm the thing. So this 24-hour focus thing is too much of a frenzy, especially when you want to make videos surrounding it. 48 hours is needed minimum for people to be able to digest the information, watch the video, get the build, do this, do that. You know, it's crazy, man, right? Oh, we've got one and the postmaster is completely out of space. Someone had a go at me about that today. Someone had a go and said he was going to unsubscribe because my postmaster is full at all times on videos. And he reckons I'm doing it to seek attention. Oh, man, dudes. I'm busy. I've got to get this video out quickly. I haven't got time to clear items. And also, just to put cherry on the top, that postmaster loot's all tier 5 retrogrades in there. They're all sitting in there glowing. And I haven't picked them up and I know it's bothering you. I just thought I would tell you it. Right, the build, right. I'm on Warlock, Song of Flame, Phoenix Dive, Arcane Needle, it's called Snap Nade, Lightning Surge, Feed the Void, Facet of Ruin, Hope, Dawn, Balance, Dominance, Debuff with Freeze and Singularity. I'm rocking the build I ran earlier, Inmost Light, Sympaceps class item, but to be honest, you can get away with anything at all in this, because Brawler buffs you up. You could use whatever you want, but run a melee-based build, of course. Okay, so Artifact, here's the Artifact. I won't go into it too much, because I've got to go quickly. I haven't got time to be messing around. There's the Artifact. The armor mods are here. Run on Double Void, Resist to counter the mod, Concussive Dampener. Melee-based stuff. Put melee-based stuff on your build. That's literally all there is to it. If you're interested on stats, rock high melee, high super, and do rock a little bit of weapons, because it does help you out a little bit in this, because that damage buff creeps up the more you go over 100, and just it helps out with the final boss solo one, well, not 1 cycle, but 2 cycle. It helps out with the 2 cycle at the end. If you rock like a low weapon stat, you're going to find a little bit of, you're not doing the damage that you would hope. Just make sure it's crept over 100, eh? Not, you know, it doesn't need to be maybe 125. Maybe 110, 105 is enough. Weapons-wise, obviously I'm using Retrograde. Now, I am using it over my tier 5 Retrograde, and the reason being is because this has got bait and switch. Now, why is that a problem? Tell me why. Look at this loadout. You tell me why that's a problem. It's a problem to the run, isn't it? I don't need to tell you why it's a problem, but it's a problem, isn't it? So yeah, we don't run that one, we run this one. Because I want elemental honing instead. I want this elemental honing instead of the tier 5 bait and switch. So I'm using elemental honing Retrograde, Yeartide Apex, very good weapon, and Slammer for quicker runs. For people that want to get primes, well then you're going to want to run like Dragon's Breath. No, sorry, not Dragon's Breath. Some other Edge of Fate exotic or Edge of Fate heavy, if you're considering on primes. But this is predominantly more of a speed run type run, and that's why Slammer goes on. If you're interested, you know, in a week or so you're going to be able to farm a new Eager Edge sword up anyways, so don't worry about it. But I did use Slammer for the faster paced run. Talking again about Retrograde God rolls, I'm just going to quickly cover it with you right now. The best 2 rolls on this weapon are as follows. And if you can get them at tier 5, that's brilliant. Rewind rounds, bait and switch, or rewind rounds and elemental honing, with Envious Arsenal being a slight consideration because it gives good ammo generation. That is the only things I consider for this weapon. Nothing else at all I am considering, only those perks that I have told you. They are literally the rolls that I would be looking for, especially at tier 5 as well. So that is the build information on with the run. Quick, it's International Retrograde Farm Day, so this commentary is going to be precise. Follow the commentary step by step, watch the entire run, and after that, you'll be super 100% confident on your solos, no matter your skill level. First initial skip is done as follows. Follow the adjacent crack in that wall, that corner where you see, that's when you activate your jump to jump down here. Then you want to do an Eager Edge sword over this middle gap, and then a second Eager Edge through this alleyway, and you want to try and beat the elevator, right? But the elevator is going to troll you, right? I'm in the middle of a court case with this damn Vex elevator. I'm sick of him. I'm taking him to court over this. I'm sick of him. He's taking 10 seconds off my farm every time. Every time I can't get to him. Taking him to court over it. So we just want to keep making our way through here. Then we're going to Eager Edge over this middle gap here to the next Vex elevator, which should be fine. Then we're going to get rid of these harpies. Doesn't matter though, you can get rid of them. It doesn't really matter. Crouch right here. Crouch right here, there we go. And you're going to wait for this next elevator. This is, like I said, there's better ways of doing this bit, especially with the grapple and stuff. Like if you had a grapple melee build on, it would save time on this bit. But the massive advantage to this build is that it destroys the Tormentor and the Subjugator, right? Because we're on a melee-centric build. Not to mention Brawler is stacking with your melee-centric build. And I believe there's some shenanigans going on with Brawler buffing Song of Flame. Because Song of Flame takes advantage of the melee stat on your builds, if you didn't know. Well, I'm suspicious. I haven't tested this, but now thinking back on the run, I think Brawler is also buffing Song of Flame melee damage. Which it shouldn't be, but I think this is happening. And that's what makes it actually better for the farm as well. Well, it doesn't make it better actually. It probably makes it the same because you still 2-cycle the boss. Okay. So here's what you want to do here is get a lightning surge there, and you can do these champs in if you want. It's actually kind of cool just to one-shot them like this, get your revenge on them. Yeah, that's what you can do. Look, because a Brawler stacking with Symphoceps, stacking with melee stat, stacking with everything, you just one-shot barriers and stuff. Alright, pick up green buff. This is the way you want to do it. Go down below first, Eager Edge again, away from the barriers, blinding missiles. With barrier champ missiles, the best way to avoid them is to be in the air. They're less likely to slow you. Slowing you will slow down your farm. They'll slow down your run and you could die, etc. Right, then you pick up the green buff, open that wall with the yellow buff, put the green in. Yeah, and then we scan this pillar. If you don't know, which doesn't make sense for Encore, it's 3 diamonds, which means you can do this in any order. Which I think when they were designing this, it was meant to have squares, diamonds, and triangles, because Vex missions like this have squares, triangles, and diamonds. If you played the Avalon mission, you would know what I'm on about. But for some odd reason with Encore, it's just diamonds, which means you can do this in any rotation. Yeah, but you want to do it in the rotation I've showed you. This is the quickest way of doing it, because this stops you from putting the green in twice on the top platform, this one. It means you only put this one in once. That means you don't have to take it in and put it in again. Take it in and then, you know, retrieve it and all that stuff. Eager Edge is going to help you for this little bit, this escape zone bit. But I've literally got Eager Edge on to speed the run up. Now, I've tested this. Eager Edge Slammer will save you 2 minutes on each solo run. Does that make a difference for you? I'm asking you the question. Because if you're somebody that's just out there struggling to do this, don't put it on Eager Edge then. If you're wanting a heavy weapon to help you in the run, don't run this then. Because if 2 minutes is if 2 minutes extra isn't a problem to you, then you go and run a different exotic. Go and run Dragon's Breath, Microcosm, Outrageous Fortune apparently puts out crazy damage. Finality's Auger. Finality's Auger's fantastic in the game right now. Or a machine gun. Up to you. You can run what you want. You could run Xenophage if you want. I mean, it's not an Edge of Fate weapon, but you know what I'm on about. You could run whatever you want, really. But at the cost of 2 minutes. Do you see now what we're talking about here? Where I don't think it affects that many people. You know, when we're soloing Pinnacle Ops, if somebody does this in 17 minutes and it's their first run, they might be super happy about that. And if they get a good well-rolled Retrograde, they're going to be even more happier. Yeah? So, that's what I'm explaining to you in this video. But YouTube meta is to run Slammer for these types of runs when we're going fast. Here we go, here's the skip. This is the non-grapple skip. If you have not got grapple in your kit, this is how you do the skip. Look, jump on these platforms, and then you can Eager Edge to the portal. This is the next skip. That is pretty easily done, but obviously with a grapple melee, that would be sped up as well. Because you could just jump up and grapple. It's a nice little skip. Again, not mandatory though. It's not mandatory for the run. I would just estimate the skip to save about 30 seconds. It saves you 30 seconds. If that's something that, if that matters to you, do the skip. If it doesn't matter to you, don't do the skip then. So we're just going to lightning surge all the ads in the middle. Because of Brawler, you get insane amounts of ability regen back. Take out the 2 snipers with Retrograde. Then look for this spawn here. Wherever he spawns, try and get a spawn kill on him. That's a combination with a lightning surge melee and a Retrograde hip fire shot. Will clean up that Minotaur. Don't kill him immediately. If you don't, he's going to TP and waste your time. Then you want to put in his yellow buff into the teleporter. And then watch this. Watch this with Symphoceps. Boom. 2 for 1 double kill on those barriers. Really nice. Not required, but I just thought I'd show you. Put in the blue mod here. That opens this teleporter. Now, obviously, we know this rotation. Anyone who's farmed Encore a lot should know the rotation by now. But let's just run through it anyways. Get rid of the barrier. Get rid of the Hydra. We can shoot the diamond. This will incapacitate the Vex enemies. Watch that. Did you see that? And you can keep reprocking it as well. It's kind of a cool little mechanic, actually, if you didn't know about it. Now, you need to go for your second blue. Go for the second blue here, and then you're going to put the blue at the back. Then you're going to get the green and put the green to form the platform. Then you're going to use the next blue to get the teleporter, right? And that's literally all we're doing with this. Skipping these goblins, of course, as well. If you want to get an amplified melee off them, do that for quick amplification, which is nice. You know, like, because I've got speed booster here, so it just speeds things up maybe a little bit, like just a tad, you know. Nothing a big deal. We are less than 10 minutes in this run. So more than half of Encore is just doing puzzle. That's what makes Encore a little bit of weird of a farm. A lot of it's puzzles. Right, I'm going to be that confident. Look at my Warlock. Look at that. He just stomps. He treads right over that rally banner like it was nothing. Did you see it? Did you see how he just stomped right over it as if to say he doesn't need no banner? We don't need no banner. We can send all the bosses so fast. Did you see that send? We sent him immediately with Lightning Surge. Now I'm going to proc Elemental Honing. I've got ×2 here, it seems. But I'm going to go for the boss's shoulder pads. We send him. That's loyal send. It's not too bad. Could have been a bit better. Some of those shots were immune, but we're all right. We sent him quick enough. Pick up your buff. Put your blue in. That's it. Now, if you have Transcendency, you pop it, but I didn't. But it's all right. Just watch this. Go for barrier first because he slows you. Just get rid of that barrier. Get rid of him. And then another 2 lightning surges, and the boss is sent. So do you see now how the farm's working? Working fantastically well. Pick up your buff again, put that in, of course, and then we're going to try to bully this guy as good as we can, right? So I'll get a cold snap in, try and get some elemental honing stacks. I've got ×2 at the minute. Was hoping for ×3. I didn't get ×3, although I could have done some more solar damage, but that's all right because we can bully him, look. So I'm bullying him a little. He's trying to bully me, but I bullied him back. You be loyal with the... stand your ground with him. You don't need to eager edge about because you can out-tank him at this level. If your card is matching the combatant power, you can do that. Take risks, basically. Right, 2 lightning surges on the subjugator first. Yeah? That gets rid of him. Then pop super. Then jump in the air and strafe around the map. Meleeing and wisping with your Song of Flame. Look at that melt. Yeah, you will just destroy the Tormentor before he can do anything with you. Right, there we go. We're 1 hour 1, so that's... It starts at 1 hour 11, so we're 10 minutes in right now, actually. I think... Oh, is it 1 hour 12? I think we're something like that anyways. I can't tell when I'm recording the footage like this. Okay, so... Unfortunately, we don't have Amplified, which loses a little time. If we're nitpicking the run, yeah, me losing a speed booster right here has actually lost the run a few seconds. But again, I ask you, does a few seconds affect you as a person? Some people it does, it absolutely does, and you can absolutely critique the run and say, you probably could have got 14 minutes on this run. And I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I could have done, yeah, you're right. But I've got to get this video out as soon as. I can't be micromanaging seconds to that degree, you know. We've got to think about other people. It's not just about me, and I've said this for a long time. When we're doing these videos, it's not about me, it's more about you at times. Sometimes it really is about me, especially if a new dungeon comes out and I solo flawless it. Well, that's about me a bit. It's also about the view, because I give you commentary, but with farm runs like this, it's more about you. It's like 90% you and 10% me. But look at what the problem is. I have a problem here. Only 2 retrograde shots. That's not enough to deal with what we're dealing with. So I'm going to do a different plan. I'm going to improvise. I'm going to kill the Cabal Colossus with melees. He blinds me, but that's fine. I melt him with Arcane Needle. And then I'm going to just relocate myself and get rid of this Hydra, because I know he's 2-shot. He's a 2-shot on this difficulty, so I knew that the 2 shots was enough for the Hydra, but I realised I needed to improvise with the Gladiator. That also lost us probably 10 seconds as well. So you can see now, over the course of the run, we've probably lost 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, right? Like on this particular run. If I had a grapple melee build on this, or maybe grapple melee on Titan, we would have saved time at the elevator and such. Now, the dialogue as well drains the run. Like, why is there no option to skip this? You know... Ask him what her daughter's name is. I don't know what her daughter's name is. We've had 800 Encore missions since Edge of Fate, and I still don't know what her name is. I don't know. They've told me over and over, but I keep forgetting because I'm a willful little warlock wanting to get a tier 5 retrograde with elemental honing that is yet to drop. And that's my argument. I don't know what her daughter's name is, man. Do you know it? I'm not sure about it. You can tell me it. Right now, I need to be focused on this, and that's this doing this solo two cycle flawless with little issues. But look, the door's still not open, so I'm still waiting. So technically, you could farm this technically in about 12, maybe even 11 minutes. Like not on this setup, but on another setup, you could if the dialogue was skippable. If dialogue was skippable, you could do that quick. Right, Lightning Surge, Hip Fire, Retrograde. That melts the Minotaur. Don't let him TP. Arcane Needle, left and right. Boom, boom. Kill both Cyclopses. Deposit Green Mod. Tamper the damn Conflux. Tamper it, interfere with it. Do what you need to do with it. Then pick up Green Buff again. Look at this little tech. Shoot the diamond if you want, but we can pick up our Green Buff. Boss left or right, RNG. Boss goes left, that's fine. I go and deposit Green Buff left. I leave the Cyclops up till last minute because he can be one shot. Look, and stand on plate immediately. Obviously, every time you stand off plate, you lose a second or what have you, or what have you. But literally, we're just going to heel clip everything. I get weak here. Let's just watch the footage. There we go. Look, I'm realising, yeah, there's too many ads up there. So I do a little bit of a Devour, Lightning Surge, and then I'm back to heel clip Yeartide. Assassin 50%. I need for this Retrograde ammo, Super, and a Transcendence. To make this consistent in the terms of every time you do this, you do it, you want those things. I'm going to actually go and skip some of these ads, and I'm just going to get rid of the diamond. Diamond's up top. I do a Phoenix Dive for some recovery there. Shoot the thing. I get a Lightning Surge, Recov. Pop Transcendence. Arcane Needle. Arcane Needle debuff. Song of Flame pop. There we go. And then it's melee Retrograde. Melee Retrograde. Elemental only times 4. Look at that melt. There's the melt. There's the cheese melt. Look. And then, back end of Super will destroy the Minotaur immediately because of Brawler with Song of Flame stacking. Get the blue buff. Get that damn blue buff as soon as you can. Don't let the Colossus blind you. Try to not have it. And, yeah, we're just going to get a melee surge in middle. Cold Snap. Get rid of the diamond. Then we'll do some Arcane Needle and Retrograde. I'm trying to Phoenix Dive for some reason. I'm not. Now I do. And then we finish the boss off. That's the solo farm Retrograde for today. Man, do they make us work for these videos nowadays with this 24-hour bonus focus. Please, we need to change this. This is madness. We need to go to a 48-hour bonus focus, man. This is so hard work. But that is your International Retrograde Solo Farm Day. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.